Hello guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are going to react on a specific topic that are relevant nowadays, that the most of us can relate. No more further ado, let's start. And the topic that I am talking about is LTO 40K penalty. Now let's watch the video, courtesy of Frontline Pilipinas of News 5.
Disclaimer.
Required nang mag-report sa LTO ang mga nagbenta at bumili ng segunda manong sasakyan. Ang mga hindi susunod, pagmumultahin ng 40,000 pesos. Nasa frontline ng balitang yan, si Brian Basa.
May second-hand ba kayong sasakyan o motor? Nakapangalan ba ito sa inyo o sa una pang may-ari? At alam nyo bang obligado kayong i-report sa Land Transportation Office kung nagbenta o bumili kayo ng second-hand na motor o sasakyan? Yan ang sinasabi ng administrative order ng LTO na inisyu noong August 30. Nakadetalye rito ang mga tungkulin ng seller at buyer ng sasakyan. Ang nagbenta, required mag-submit ng official receipt at certificate of registration o ORCR at deed of sale ng sasakyan. Dapat ding magpakita ng ID ng seller at buyer. May 5 araw ang seller para kumpletuhin ang requirements pagkatapos ng bentahan. Habang ang buyer, meron namang 20 working days para maipalipat sa kanyang pangalan ang sasakyan. Tig 20,000 pesos ang multa kung hindi yan magawa ng seller at ng buyer. Noong September 16 pa ito sinimulang ipatupad ng LTO. Retroactive din yan. Ibig sabihin, sakop nito ang mga nagbenta at bumili ng second-hand na sasakyan bago pa man inilabas ang utos. Sabi ng LTO, alinsunod ito sa Motorcycle Crime Prevention Act.
Under our law, in case of accident po, ang liable po dyan is the registered owners. Malaking abala na po yan para po sa mga nagbenta ng sasakyan.
Pero marami ang ngayon lang ito nalaman.
Grabe naman yan, magmumulta ka ng wala sa ayos. Lalo na yung pinagbila mo ng motor galing pa ng probinsya.
Nakakagulat para sa amin na ganon, yung kalaki yung multa. Kailangan siguro papag-aralan kung mismo ng LTO kung paano po yung dapat maging proseso nung kanilang pinapatupad na batas na yan.
Para sa isang urban transport expert, pampatagal lang ito ng proseso.
I think that really excuse they want to terrorize motorists para they come across at manikluhan sa kanila.
Pag-aaralan naman ng LTO ang pagpapalawig ng deadline sa requirements. Hindi rin daw agad papawiin ang lisensya ng mga lalabag, pero magkaka-record sila sa LTO. Nagbabalita mula sa Frontline, Brian Basa, News 5.
I list down some of my reaction. It's up to you if you agree or disagree. Maybe you wondered why I am affected with this memorandum issue on the Land Transportation Office when I am just a minor. Well, as a member of a family who are only afford is a second-hand vehicle, it affects us. Cost of transferring the ownership of the vehicle is much to us, plus the penalty they give if we can follow in the short period of time with a very high penalty. Not only the big effect of the vehicle covered under the issue of the memorandum, but it is retroactive. Even the vehicle was purchased during the World War I, it is covered by the memorandum. Now, the intention of this memorandum is for our good, but I hope they pause and take some consideration of the sentiments of the second-hand vehicle owners. Maybe they can help the owners to make the transaction of the transferring the ownership easy, not costly, and give enough time to process the paper. I just hope we can get a win-win solution on the issue. For now, bye.